Howdy, Alpha fam. Coming to you live from the underground on this beautiful Monday afternoon for Tuesday, Alpha at Home, December 22nd. Before we get to the whiteboard for tomorrow, I wanted to just confirm what we talked about in the video from today, that showed today, that was posted last night. Did you get my point? Looks like the weather's gonna hold out for us tomorrow, which will be Wednesday, December 23rd. So what we would like to do is have some on-site classes here at Alpha. We're gonna play it by ear in terms of weather, temperature, all that kind of stuff. The point of it is this: we want you guys to come in. We want to get a chance to see y'all in person before we break for Christmas. We're gonna have 3 classes offered on site that day: 7 a.m., 12 noon, and then 4:30 p.m. We will be doing everybody's favorite holiday workout, which is 12 Days of Christmas, Pandemic Edition. What I mean by that is we've adjusted the movements to allow for them to be done with just a set of dumbbells. I've adjusted or already updated the Pike 13 site, so please, if you plan on attending, go in there and sign up, just so we have an idea of how many to expect so that we can be prepared for y'all. Point is, I hope to see some of you. I'll have the 7 a.m. class, Coach K's got the noon, D just got 4:30, but just wanted to make sure that we are confirmed for that and updated schedule in Pike. All right, let's get to it for tomorrow. In terms of warm-up, let's get our chili warm. Same deal as always. Do what you need to do to kind of get your body and mind prepped for the work that's coming ahead. From there, we're gonna hit 3 rounds. 5 on each leg of a kettlebell death march. I will have this as part of our demo for the warm-up movements following this whiteboard video. We will then do some static holds or some isometric holds in the hollow position, and then what we call the Superman or extended position. And finally finish with 5 burpee with a squat as you come out of the bottom. This is all going to be demoed in the video in a second. You'll hit 3 rounds through. We'll kind of talk about it, but increase the intensity as you go. Following the warm-up, our strength piece, you're going to set a clock for 15 minutes. Again, we're having to be a little bit flexible with equipment and weights and all that kind of stuff. So today, a couple different options in the strength. Either way, I need 4 rounds. The 2 movements are going to be good mornings. And then the second piece will have a variation of either a V-up or if you have a med ball at your house, I know a couple people have taken them, or a med ball to toe. For your good mornings, the rep range is between 8 to 12 reps. That's going to be based off of how much weight you have, but we want these good mornings to be as heavy as possible. The second movement of a V-up / a med ball to toe will be 20 total reps. If you are doing a med ball to toe, that is 10 on each leg. If you're doing a V-up, then it's 20 reps. We will show you how to scale those if necessary. You've got 15 minutes, you've got 4 rounds. Make sure you're moving through it quickly enough to get all of that work done. Cool. Conditioning. You're now going to set a clock for 20 minutes. What you're going to do in this 20 minutes is work in a 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off structure. We've got 4 movements. So you've got 1 minute where it'll be squats, 30 seconds of that being work, 30 seconds being rest, and immediately into the next movement, which is then shoulder taps. Following shoulder taps will be kettlebell swings or a dumbbell swing if you have that. So Russian, so shoulder to eye height. And then finally, minute 4 will be burpees. All right? You will rinse and repeat this. Let's do some math, guys. There's 4 movements. There's 20 minutes on the clock. The clock doesn't stop. So you'll end up doing 5 rounds total of each of the movements. I have it written as just squats because I want you to make that choice based off of how you're feeling and what you have in hand. If those are air squats or goblet squats or dumbbell squats, does not matter. But do what's appropriate for you, your goals, and what you have at hand. Shoulder taps or shoulder taps. Swings again, depending on if it's a kettlebell or a dumbbell, but it's just shoulder to eye height, and then burpees or burpees. The way I have it written in Train Heroic is you will track the individual numbers for each movement, but the score for the workout, the leaderboard, is going to consist of the total number of reps of all 4 movements. Quick note, because I know a couple people have mentioned this, shoulder taps. It is 1, 1, 2, 2 would be considered a rep or how we're counting those. All right. remember, this is going to be for Tuesday, but Wednesday we will be here at the gym, operating outside, inside. Get my point? We're going to be operating here, 7 a.m., noon, 4:30, doing 12 days of Christmas. We hope to see you. If you have any questions for this, drop them in the Train Heroic feed. Demo video to follow. Cool? Cool. Ready? Commence mind-blowing demos. Warm up today. We've got 4 movements. First one is that kettlebell death march. You can use the kettlebell, you can use the dumbbell, you can be weightless, does not matter. We're looking to push those hips back and warm up that good morning action that we're going to see in the strength piece. In terms of spacing, should be approximately heel to toe, hips back. We have weight out in front and just step through it. You will feel the stretch come through that front leg a little bit more than that back leg, and range of motion, as long as you can keep your trunk tight and your back flat. Obviously, if you don't have room to be walking, just do a split stance good morning. 5 reps here, 5 reps there. We're then going to get into some static holds. The first position is our hollow position. So if you can imagine us being on the rig, this would be what we are going into, hollow and arch, when we are trying to do our kick. So for this, feet together, arms extended, press your lower back into the floor, and hold this position. The goal here is that your body is one long connected piece, looks like the bottom of a rocking chair. If that is challenging for you, all you do is you begin to bring your limbs closer to your body. So maybe you are not extended overhead, maybe your hands are just at your chest, right? You can bring your knees in a little bit, but either way, we are trying to focus on that long, not long body position, but that nice tight trunk for the hollow, pressing your lower back into the ground. You will then flip over onto your stomach and call this Superman or arch. Arms out in front, squeeze your bum, elevate shoulders and hips. Okay? Both of those movements will be done for 15 seconds. Typically when I do this, I do 15 seconds, transition for 15 for the second movement. Lastly, working with the squat. As always, first round, you're just kind of warming up the range of motion and intensity, so you can do an up, down, and do some squats. Either way, form a burpee, stand tall, do a squat. Rinse and repeat for 5 times. We're just trying to get those ranges of motion to open up. As we go into the strength, 2 movements. One is a good morning. We're good there, right? Low, however you can. Dumbbell, kettlebell on your back. I don't know if anybody has a barbell at home. You can absolutely do that. But either way, the load is on the back of your shoulders and neck. You're pushing back to any range of motion. Rep range is 8 to 12 reps based on how much weight you have. The second movement is a V up or a hip ball to toe. We are doing a V up. It's that long body position we had with hollow. Now we're trying to touch our hips or our toes approximately above our hips. If that's too challenging, simply bend your knees and come through. If you have a med ball at home, you can do what we were doing here, med ball to toe, one leg up, pulling your shoulders and hips off the ground. Remember, if you're doing a med ball to toe, it's 10 right, 10 left. The point of this is that the hips and shoulders are leaving the ground, all right? We are not just cranking our head up and trying to touch our toes, right? We are trying to pull our hips and shoulders off the floor. That's going to be a little more challenging than you imagine it would be. Don't get discouraged. It's like, holy crap, he's making me do 20. That should be right. And then finally, for conditioning, remember, 30 seconds of work, followed by 30 seconds of rest. 4 movements, 5 rounds for a total of 20 minutes. Squats, whatever is appropriate for you and with the weight you have available. Shoulder taps, keep that nice flat back. 1, 1, 2, 2, so on and so forth. Kettlebell swings, burpees. You guys should be good in terms of those movements. Remember, track the individual movements, the number of reps, and then for the leaderboard, it's total reps of all 4 movements. Cool? Cool. Ready?